morning, soul family. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. Don't listen to a word I say. Don't listen to the word I say. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. Things aren't always as they seem. Things aren't always as we think they're going to be, right? Things don't always turn out the way we think, the way we've understood them to be. I woke up this morning and thought it was April 1st and started crying my face off because many years ago on this day my son was born. And I have, for you that know, I don't have any contact with him because of my spiritual beliefs, because of his religious beliefs, actually. And it had me looking back. And look at the weather. It's kind of that way, you know. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's not sunny, it's just heavy, kind of odd, introspective. So, my son is very artistic, incredibly artistic. He draws and creates, and he sings and plays many musical instruments, and he acts, he does everything. And he used to do these parodies with a friend. It was a cyber friend, a guy that he did work with. The guy lived in New York and he lived here in California, and I'd hear the music and he'd be creating these parodies, and he loved the Backstreet Boys when he was a teenager. Isn't that funny? I did too, so no making fun, I still love them. And he looked like the tall, dark-haired guy. And he's got an incredible voice, but he would lip sync and dress and be every one of the characters and record these songs, and they were hysterical. Oh my God, there were so many. He had them on YouTube. Him and his friend would send them back and forth to each other. They would do for a joke, right? They would make fun of each other all the time. He'd pretend to be gay, and he was good at it. He was good at it. And I think his friend, I don't know if his friend was gay. His friend might have been, but Devin was. Devin's not. But they would do these roles, and I shared one today with the Backstreet Boys song, and I Love You. Lord Nugget is the title of it, and Lord Nugget is his friend. Now, and my daughter's like, Mom, I think he's gay. And I said, he's not gay. His friend might be, but he's not. But he's like, I don't care what anybody thinks. You know, he was so confident. He is so confident. I wonder if he really is, you know, on the inside. He's probably not. He's probably like me. He's an Aries like I am. And but anyway, I shared it. If you go to my page, and it's called IBY Backstreet, and it's I Want It That Way. And I got up this morning, and of course I'm always early, right? I'm always ahead. That's why I'm a psychic. I get things ahead of time. You think I should get a little bit more clarity, but I get things ahead of time. And I'm thinking it's April 1st, you know? And I start listening to this song, and the words start coming on, and the words used to mean something different to me. My son reminds me very much of my twin. They have the same kind of personality, the same qualities. And the song is I Want It That Way. And I used to always think about my twin when I would listen to Devin sing that or watch him sing that. But today, it was me talking to my son. I want it that way. I miss him. And I know. See, this is one of the things that we have to go through. Remember yesterday talking about telling the truth, speaking your truth and standing in your integrity? And sometimes it's painful because of the result. And we talked about siblings separating and families separating. And this is one of the sacrifices. And Spirit says, you know, be willing to make the sacrifice. And the thing is, I sacrificed a relationship with my son, but I didn't really. He did, because I couldn't do what he asked me to do. He wanted me to go back to the Jehovah's Witness organization and stop my spiritual work, and I can't. This is who I am. It's like telling a gay person to go back in the closet. It's like telling a cat to be a dog. It's impossible. This is who I am. And that's the one thing about my son that he should respect in me, and I do respect in him, is that we both stand in our integrity and we're honorable that way. He thinks he's doing the right thing, and I know I am. And I'm sure he's just as strong as I am. I raised him to be a Jehovah's Witness. I taught him that. He said that to me. You taught me this, Mom. And I said, I did, but I didn't teach you to cut your family off, disown your family. I've never agreed with that. You know, I thought we should be able to agree to disagree the way my grandmother was never, you know, of my belief system, but that's what she always taught me. Well, we can agree to disagree. We're not always going to agree, but it doesn't mean we can't love each other. You know, got to be some way of compromising. So today, on this day, the day before my son's birthday, my wish to the universe is that he's able to somehow find in his heart a way to compromise. It's been 4 years since I've spoken to him. I've not met my grandson. And I'm usually really okay with it. You know, you just move on with your life. And you don't let yourself, I don't let myself focus on negative things. But your kid's a little different. He's my soulmate. And I know that would upset my daughter to hear it. I love my daughter very much too, but my son is a soulmate of mine. He's so much like me. And in my dreams, they show my twin to me as my son. So I see him a lot in my dreams. That's probably his higher self's way of keeping connected with me. Anyway, I love you, Devin. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So the truth may vary, but the ship will carry you home. Let's see why that is. What's that in regards to? I've said it many times, and I'll say it again, that it feels as though the more awakened I become, the higher I ascend, and the more I connect with my higher spiritual self, the more sensitive I become. And it's interesting because my son is a super sensitive, very sensitive. As a little boy, he would cry very, very easily, but never make a sound. He'd never complain. He was very silent, very much alone. He had magnetism, though. He was like a magician. He still is. But very, very sensitive. I'd understand now. I wish I had known what I know now then. I would have known how more to care for him. I sheltered him. I tried to shelter him, but I didn't realize that it was the energy of the people around him he needed to be sheltered from. And he did it on his own. He would go and be alone a lot. My grandson does that too, you know, and we've had that discussion. I've learned from my life what to do now. And I've talked to my grandson about it, and you know, his mother's always trying to get him to hang out with her, and he doesn't want to. He wants to be alone, but we've talked, and he's very aware. He's very awake. He's a crystal child, and he says, you know, Nam, sometimes I just need to be alone. You know, he's with the family celebrating something, and he says, it gets to be too much for me, and I need to go and be by myself in another room. And I said, I understand. You're an empath. You pick up their energy. And he says, you know, sometimes my friend, he's my best friend, but he's been over every Friday night. And I said, do you not like him? He goes, no, I like him, but I said, you just need to breathe. And he goes, yeah, I just need my own space. And it's like they don't understand. And I said, I understand. I get it, because I'm like that too now. I know. And my son was always like that. So bear in mind that with your kids. Watch for them and understand that sometimes they're not being antisocial. They just need to process. They need alone time. They need to recharge their own energy. And it affects them deeply when they are around any chaotic energy or high-strung energy. And when I was a young mom, I was going through a lot. I didn't have a husband. I went through a lot. And my son he was like a little man. He was, you know, even when his sister was born, it was a really chaotic, very upsetting. It was an abusive relationship for 10 years, and he was like he took on the role of protector, and he protected her. And even though he's so sensitive, you know, we do that, empaths. We have that's in us, that we want to take care of people, we want to help them, but we carry that pain ourselves. And if, as a little boy, he didn't know how to process it, so he would get angry. He had this anger inside of him. He didn't know how to release it. And years later, I met somebody that helped him and helped him channel his anger into his music. And it helped him a lot. So that might help some of you. Our first message. Wow, thank you for this. First message. is Archangel Michael. And I'm really grateful for this right now. The number 9 always represents endings. But of course, when there's an ending, there's a new beginning. So it's positive. And it's telling you to get to work. Look at the lights coming from Michael. Get to work, light worker. Now. The number 9 says that you've completed whatever you need to, whatever your prerequisites are in order to achieve your life purpose and move forward. You've got what you need. Remember yesterday? What you have is enough. You have what you need right now. Stop procrastinating. It's time to start taking action steps. Even baby steps. And you see that little baby reaching up. That little boy. Now when I look at that, that's a message to me right now that Archangel Michael is helping my son. He's got his arms around. He's got his arms held down. And like he's going to pick him up. And look at the little girl embracing Archangel Michael. That feels like me right now. So for you, Archangel Michael is the most powerful. He is the most like the Father. He can be everywhere and anywhere at the same time. So you never have to feel like you're burdening him when you call upon him for his help. He can be everywhere and he wants to be. But angels, no one can step in to help us if we don't ask and we don't allow it. Because we all have free will. So Archangel Michael is there to put shields of protection around you. I asked for my son to feel my love today and to put a protection shield around him. I always ask. And so this is my answer, which is lovely. I love that. Thank you. And look at the colors of green, which is healing, and the heart chakra. The little girl is wrapped in purple, which is the highest spiritual color. And they're all standing on what looks to me like, the leaves in the forest. Because look at the trees. So they're grounded. It's also telling me I need to get out today and spend some time in nature to get myself grounded. And you would be needing to do that as well. It would help you. So Archangel Michael, he's about to pick up that little boy, and he's telling you he wants to pick up you as well. He wants to help lift your energy. He wants to lend you his strength and support. You also need to look at the fact that I said that little girl was probably me, and she's wearing spiritual colors, right? So as a teacher for myself, this is a message to me, and it's also a message to you, that you have within you that energy of helping and healing and caring for others. So recognize that in yourself. Also, the fact that Michael is the protector and the strength, he's the one who busts down walls and removes blockages and shields and takes out the arrows and cuts the cords. This is a very, very powerful angel. When you have that energy in you, it's showing you that your power is increasing. Look at the angel wings. They're fully effect, vibrating at a high frequency. The high purple colors and the colors of white, purity, innocence, strength, truth. The colors of green, love, healing. Your energy is picking up that type of energy, that your convictions, your power, your integrity, your strength, your belief. You're standing strong for what you believe in. And Michael's telling you, this is a time for you to have great courage. You will have great courage. Your vital life force is increased at this time. Your initiative is peaked. Right now is the time for action, they're telling us. They don't want us to delay. And he's saying, you are not alone. Look at, nothing can get in. Nothing's going to get to you with him standing there. He's a shield. He is the shield. It's like having your own superhero standing there in your presence. And if you can't see him, you know he's there. You need to trust he's there. You can do anything you set your mind to. You have the strength of legions of angels and the mighty powerful archangels with you. And if you don't believe it, ask for proof. Ask for proof. Show me. Look at the love burning in his heart. It's on fire. Please feel his presence with you. I certainly do. Let's see if we have a song. It's funny how I have to listen for a couple seconds to see what the message is. Okay, the first thing I heard is versus traditional. The first thing I heard. If you've been injured in an accident, choosing the right attorney is critical. The right attorney. You've been injured. Choose the right attorney. Non-traditional. A non-traditional attorney. Attorney fights for you. Pleads your case. Sounds like Archangel Michael to me. Correct neutrality on all levels. Three of Roses in reverse. All right, we've had this before. I wish we would get different cards, but I guess there's importance with this. It's interesting that I'm looking at the Cavensite right here, Cavensite crystal, and that little fairy there that looks exactly the same color and the same size. So that comes up right away. Cavensite. Let's see if I have it in my crystal Bible. This crystal Bible is limited, so I'll have to probably look it up online. Yesterday I had a really special little totem that showed up, and I didn't know what it was. I knew that it wasn't a yellow warbler because it was too big. And I wrote to my uncle Phil, because he's so knowledgeable about things. It's amazing. And he said that it was a female hooded oriole. And I thought, not only did he know what it was, he knew that it was a female hooded oriole. So I'm going to share that message as well, because I knew, that was the oriole's message. Because that was unusual. It was so beautiful. I don't know if you've seen it on my page. I shared it. It was probably 8 inches. 8 inches. Why is this oriole? Maybe I'm not spelling it right. Oriole bird totem. Okay. So Cavensite. The meaning for Cavensite. It's for your throat and your third eye chakras. It's for clear insight and effective communication and greater understanding. What I'm seeing with this card, you see the water's turned up, right? But it's happy. It's beautiful. The area is beautiful. It's a summer day or spring day. There's no flowers on the trees, so who knows? All I know is lush and it's green and it's beautiful. And that baby, which is new beginnings, new friendships, the yellow, is happily playing with the elements. And the elements that are represented are water and fire. And air. Water, fire, air, because the color of fire, and they're in the air. And she's connecting. So I'm going to hold the Cavensite to the side, and I'm going to hold the oriole to the side, and I'm going to bring it in, because Spirit knows. There's a reason I'm doing this. So you see in the upright that little girl is very happy. She's playing. She's quite connected to the elementals of the earth, the fairies. I've seen fairies in the daylight in Sedona. It's amazing. So they're there, wind, fire, and air, the elements of the earth, to help her, to guide her. And the fact that it's a brand new baby, and all the elements are there, and everything's is fully green, that's new beginnings. So that would be prospering. And it's a happy child. But in the reverse, there's a disconnect from that child. It's probably your own inner child. To me, it's a disconnect from my child. You might have feeling a loss right now, the loss of enthusiasm, the loss of happiness, peace. But Spirit's asking you to not allow yourself to get stuck in this place. See, it's good that I allow myself to cry in front of you and I tell you what's going on, because you can see my life is not a picnic. I've got a lot of pain in my life, but I don't allow myself to stay in that place. We have to keep moving forward. We have to find something that makes us happy. And what made me happy was that Oriole. It was beautiful. It was so big, and it came and it sat right on the railing right here, and it looked at me and it said, "Look at me," bright yellow. And I immediately I thought of sunshine, which is growth and new beginnings and happiness. It made me smile, the color yellow. Sorry, it was all blurry. Although my eyes are blurry right now. So I'm going to now go to the cabin site meeting. There's a reason I'm getting cabin site. Because cabin site helps you let go of incorrect thinking. And it helps you be comfortable with the actions of other people. We can't control another's choices and another's actions. If it hurts us, we can't stop them from choosing what they choose or behaving the way they behave. But we have the ability to help ourselves. Also, remember that song, no matter the truth may vary, this ship will carry you safely to shore across your emotional waters. We don't understand why things happen sometimes. So this cabin site stone helps make sense of experiences or life lessons that we're having difficulty with, or we've had difficulty with understanding, and helps us deal with it in an optimistic way. It helps us reconnect with our higher self. The color blue is always about communication. And it helps us remember information that we collect from astral traveling, our dreams, our meditations. And it helps the information come to us in a more clear manner, understandable manner. I asked for clarity about something last night. And in my dreams I watched some things happen. And I didn't quite understand them. So sometimes we get frustrated for those of us who read our dreams and are guided by our dreams. But when we can't understand something right away, we have to wait and allow Spirit to make it clear. And they may make it clear in a different way, like an Oriole may show up on your platform, or a crystal may choose to sit in front of you. I don't know, that crystal came out this morning, and it looks, if I could bring this in closer, look at the shape of that crystal, and look at the shape of that little fairy. It's the same. The wings, it's like a mirrored reflection. Can you see that? It's like a mirrored reflection. So nothing is by chance. Nothing, which shows you nothing is by mistake, and Spirit knows what's going on. A cabin site helps heal the body, helps you open your heart and heal your heart, because clearly, if you're feeling disconnected from your inner child or from your own child, your heart's hurting. So blue cabin site will help that, because one of the things that happens when we get hurt is we shut down our heart. We close our heart down because we don't want to get hurt anymore, so we don't let people in. I love that person and they left me. That hurts me. I don't want to let you get close to me, because what if you hurt me like they did? But we can't close our heart down, because without love, there's nothing for us. Without love, we'll shrivel up and die. We become bitter and angry. We need to heal our hearts. So this blue cabin site crystal will help you open your heart and heal it. It helps us remember that everything is perfect as it is, and brings us back to that place. It's a very calming stone and a comforting stone, and it helps with grief and loss. It helps to relieve that stress that you hold within you, and it helps us accept ourselves as we are. Being the stone of truth, it helps us to accept others as they are. So with myself, this is a perfect crystal for me, so thank you, Spirit, for lining this up, because I do accept my son for who he is, and I respect his choices, and I honor him, but I miss him, and it hurts me. And so this crystal is very helpful for me today. I'll show you a close-up picture, a better picture, so that you can get an idea what it looks like. I probably need a bigger one so that I can carry it with me. This was given to me by my friend Kimberly. So thank you, Kimmy. Here, this is a better one. Isn't it beautiful? That's my favorite. It's always been my favorite color. It's got the varying degrees of turquoise, royal blue, and periwinkle. My bedroom, when I was a little girl, was painted that color. And it often is found with the white mixed in it. I'll show you, like mine is. See how mine is. So I'll give you a... That's how it's often found. Okay, so that's our first connection to this card, which was pretty amazing. And I think I'm going to go to the next card and then ask about what the Oriole had to tell us. I know that it gave me a time frame, and it's interesting because the time frame was right around my birthday. So you take the when the appearance of the Oriole from that day forward, they give you a certain time period. So I saw it yesterday. Okay, next message. Oh my goodness, we just had this one. Interesting. Why the emphasis on this? What's going on? What am I missing? So remember, this is the Akashic field. The Akashic field was like the Aurora Borealis that I spoke about. And it's in reverse. In the upright, so it's the Aurora Borealis, and it's telling you there's something amazing, opportunity coming towards you. Now, to me, when I look at that, coming towards me, the fact that it's a colorful and it's beautiful that way, I see the rainbow and the Aurora Borealis dancing across the fields. But the fact that it's in reverse, it came to us in reverse. There are things that are being stirred up. So let's look at it this way. Now it's like a cyclone. Now it's like a tornado coming. And there's a lot of fragmented energy blown around, all around us, energetically. We may be going through a crisis. We may be receiving some kind of sad news. We may feel grief. We may be attacked or feel anger coming towards us, aggression. I'm seeing a mob of crows going around outside. I've been watching here. I'll wait until it comes again. But I'm watching a mob of crows. And when this came up, that came to me. So there's aggressive energy coming towards us. And it might throw you off course. It might throw you weren't expecting it. And you might be worried, you might be panicking. Because it came out of left field. I remember we were told that we thought we would be going in one direction, and then all of a sudden it might be going in the next. I was shown the tower is coming. My tower moment hasn't hit yet, but it's coming, apparently. I told you I was steeling myself, ready for something. It doesn't have to be bad, but for some of us it is. Or maybe some of us just don't know, and we're worrying and we're panicking. We don't know what's coming. We just feel the energy is very frenetic. And it's causing this concern and stress to build up inside of us. So we need to calm ourselves down, right? We need to recognize Spirit is still here. Our Archangel Michael showed up first thing, and he says, hey, I am here. Call on me. You want protection around you? You got it. You want me to help, battle you? Stand in front of you? Put a shield? Pull those arrows out? Bounce them off? Call on me. So let's focus on Archangel Michael's shield and watch it. Let's have it come in. Call on our Father. We're calling on our Father for a sense of calm right now, to fill us with a sense of peace and calm. Please, Father. We call on Archangel Michael. Thank you for making your assistance known and available to us right now. We would like to pull in all of this energy, this loving, healing energy, this strength, and we're going to pull it into our crown. And we're going to draw it down through our body, all the way down, right down to the ground. Fill ourselves up with it. That energetic force, that feeling, that panic, whatever you're feeling, use that feeling to pull that energy in. That's what you're feeling going in. That is what that feeling is. That sense of I'm nervous, or that sense of you don't know what that feeling is. That's the feeling of your body being filled with Archangel Michael's powerful shield. It's going to fill all the way. And once it's in there, it's vibrating. It's vibrating. Right? Those particles are moving quickly. They're vibrating against all of your other chakras, lighting them. And it's now filling up your entire body, and it's going to shoot out the top of you, and it's going to go all around you like this magnetic force. It's a force field. That shield is up around you now. I have that power around me. I know that power is around me. It's vibrating. And I'm going to tell myself this, and I'm going to feel this, and I'm going to work with this until I feel my body start to relax. Because I was tuning into my fear. And instead of tuning into my fear, I'm going to tune into my strength, which is Archangel Michael and my father and all of the other angels that are there to assist, and my soul family, and my highest self. I'm calling on my highest of highest selves. And that little child that was sad, that little one that was disconnected from me, I'm pulling her right into my heart, into this healing heart with the Cavensite stone. That little child is safe within me. And I'm going to say to myself, I will never leave you. I will never lie to you. I will never manipulate you. I will never make fun of you. I will never berate you. I will never disgrace you. I will always love you, and I will always be here for you. You are safe and protected inside my heart. I'm going to tune into that station instead of the one that I was listening to before. Tuning out that static energy that was feeding us improper information. It's like trying to listen to a song on the radio and you just have static and it keeps breaking up. It's because it's not meant to be. I'm not meant to hear that. I'm meant to hear this. I have ringing in my ear. It's fun coming into my right side, which is my night side. So it's going out. Send it out. I don't want you in there. There are solutions to every single problem. Anything that's making you upset right now. So we need to step back, find our center. Archangel Michael was standing on solid ground. He was standing in the forest on the ground. Close your mind, put yourself into the forest. You got trees all around you. You're breathing in that clean air. Strength of the power of trees. My feet are solid on the ground. I have a force field of protection all around me. And I'm going to keep myself in this space until I get to the place where I can get a clearer perspective. Okay, I'm now going to go to the Orioles message. So the Orioles are monogamous. So they find their mate and they stay with their mate. They don't cheat on their mate. That's another message. I'll never cheat you or cheat on you. I'll never let you down. Okay. And what's interesting is their nesting is in a strange place. They don't nest the way others do, where they live. They have a different way of living. Most live in a secluded forest. Isn't that interesting? I'm so drawn to the forest. But this one showed up on my railing, probably to tell me, you need to get to the forest. So when the Oriole shows up, remember I said I felt like it was sunshine and happiness and new beginnings? Well, the Oriole is a symbol that the worst is over. So you may be going through something right now, and maybe this is the last final hit, but the worst, that's it. That's the falling tower. The worst is over, and soon the sun is going to smile on you, just like that Oriole made me smile. It talks about brighter days, happier days. You may be at this moment having the toughest challenge in your life. This shit going all around you. And you have gone through a lot of heartache. But the Oriole is a sign that things are about to change. And it's going to be the best time of all. It also could mean that someone very close to you is in need of that love, that joy, that sunshine. So watch your friends, watch your family. Pay attention to people when they get quiet. When people get quiet, they've got a lot on their mind. When people stop complaining, that's serious. Somebody needs you badly right now. But there is a word of warning. Somebody may be going through a very, very messy situation, and you need to be very, very careful not to be drawn into the drama and into the situation. What you need to be more is a port in the storm. You need to be where they can go for peace and for quiet. You don't want to get into the middle of that. I've been told before, I get into that because I help. No, you don't get into it, because when you get into it, then you get it on you. We don't want any of that energy on us sticking to our armor. It doesn't help the situation for you to get into the middle of it. Be the port in the storm. The question they ask is, how willing are you to, oh my God, I got this message yesterday. I was asked this question. Spirit asked me this question. How far are you willing to go to save a friend? Because whatever's going on is going to test your friendship's bond. Wow. So my falling tower may not be me. It may be someone in my life. But I got those words word for word. Of all my flaws, loyalty isn't one of them. So I'm asking for strength right now. I've been asking for strength to help me go through it. But help me be the port in the storm. Help me be the strength. Help me be a strong, silent strength. Because you know what? Sometimes when people come to us, they don't need us to tell them what to do or how to feel, or they just want love. They just need a hug. They just want to know that they're safe there and they're not questioned and they're not judged. You're just there for them. And sometimes that's hard for us to not try and fix things. Try not to ask, or, try not to assert yourself and give your opinion or advice without being asked. Just say, I'm here for you. If you need me, I'm here for you. The Oriole is associated with unknown creatures, things. It's a mystical bird. Things that are wanting to maintain a sense of secrecy. Also, because the very first thing that you think of when you see yellow generally is happy, sunshine, right? You always see the happy face, it's always yellow. So it's supposed to help you remember how happy you were when you were a little one. Like that little one we saw this morning on the side of this one. Her dress is yellow, like the Oriole. So it's going to help you remember the things that made you smile when you were little. Because when you're stressed out and you're worried, you forget to smile. Okay, there's a test. Have you done it? Smile right now. And hold it. It literally changes your body. It releases energy. It releases, I can't think of what it's called, but it does. And when you smile, hi chicken, hi mama's little girl. Hug your cat, pet your dog when you're stressed out. They're good for that. But when you smile, it does something to your energy, to your, I can't think of what it's called, but it's a positive. It lifts you. It lifts your vibration. So as long as, even if you don't feel like it, just sit there and smile in your room. Just hold a smile as long as you can. Because right now, when you're going through stressful times, you're not smiling. And you need to lift your energy. Remember when you were little, the smallest things that made you happy. I'm still that way. The littlest things bring me so much joy. I was doing a reading yesterday for someone, and again, my osprey showed up. Oh my God, I ran out in the middle of the reading, and I said to her, I'm recording this during your reading, but this is your messenger, and oh my God. And the osprey said, important information is pending. The osprey also said, you will be able to dive down deep under your emotional waters, and you will come back up. You have that ability. So that is all coming in with this message, the messages that we're getting this morning. Even though things are difficult, you can come up out of your emotional waters. You can connect to your inner child, the happy ones. We make things complicated by overanalyzing things. And a lot of times, we know what we need to do, but we don't do it. We know what we need to do to resolve conflicts, but we're not brave enough. So we keep that secret. And it makes things more complicated. If you just would explain, if you would just speak, if you would just ask, if you would just, whatever it was, so much could be relieved. But fear steps in, and fear is false evidence appearing real, or false expectations appearing real, expecting the worst. Why do you have to expect the worst? Why can't you expect the best? So the Oriole shows up when you're losing hope on your situation, when you need to have an open mind, when you're forgetting. There are simple things that can make you smile. When someone is looking and seeking your support, when you want to keep things simple. Call upon the spirit of the Oriole when you want to find strength to face another day of whatever it is that you're going through, when you're being bothered by the elements. Like you may have SAD, the winter depression. You may have allergies. Like this is about elements, the elements actually. Call on the spirit of the Oriole when your life feels so complicated, when a friend is in need, and when you want to appreciate things as they are. So there's a lot of stress right now about a friend being in need, us needing to be there. And maybe it's something that we're going to, it's best to keep to ourselves. There's a lot about secrecy. There may be a secret. It may need to be kept quiet. It may be something that no one can know or should know. It's nobody else's business. Remember that. Keep things quiet. The Oriole, I told you, will give you a time frame. The eggs are incubated between 11 and 14 days. So that's a 2-week period. So they want you to watch for opportunities in this time period. And when the opportunities arise, they want you to take them. So right now you already know when the opportunity arises, they want you to do it. They're telling you to listen to your heart and sing your song. They want you to pay attention also to your diet. Make sure you're getting a lot of fruits and vegetables into your diet. I'm telling you, you could be making better food choices right now. They're master weavers, and they use what they have around them. So to me, that message is use everything, your resources that you have, everything. Everything that's at your disposal. Friends, your spiritual gifts, your natural talents, the physical things that you have, use what you have. And remember yesterday, what you have is enough. You are equipped right now. What is in front of you is enough. It is not greener on the other side. And maybe the falling tower was something you've been working for and it all fell apart. We were shown that at the beginning of this week, remember? Maybe you thought somebody offered you an opportunity, but it isn't all that it's cracked up to be. I do have a word of warning. I saw it and I was going to speak and I didn't know who to speak it to, so I guess I'll just speak it as I shuffle the next cards. That there is an opportunity that's going to be extended. And we've had this for a while. And it's somebody that's coming from your past. Somebody that you've known before, you've done business dealings with before, you've been connected with before. This is Mercury retrograde. People from the past come back. This person let you down before, and they're coming back again. And they're going to offer you something. And it's not a good offer. They have an ulterior motive. They're not telling you the truth of the matter. There are secrets that they're not revealing. Now remember, somebody's coming to you that needs help. It could be this person that got involved with that person. But if it hasn't happened yet, and somebody is hearing this, and you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, or on your arms, or you get a warm flush, you know that this is about the situation. Now, I was shown it was a female energy, and the female energy had a child. Now, it doesn't have to be a female. It's a female energy, so it could be a very feminine man, a gay man. It's a female energy with a child, and the person is late 40s, early 50s, middle 40s, early 50s, middle age, anyway. That's the message. All right, the last message. Oh, wow. And as I said that, my own post, never discredit your gut instinct. You are not paranoid. Your body can pick up on bad vibrations. If something deep inside of you says something is not right about a person or a situation, trust it. Too many times we second guess our original thoughts when we were right in the first place. When the hairs on your arms lift, when you hear a song, when a warm flush comes over you, when certain things are said, or when you hesitate. Hesitation means stop, look, listen. And what I didn't put in this article, and I should, is ask questions. We need to trust when our bodies react. That is our higher self communicating to us. If you aren't sure about something, don't assume. Do the research on your own. Remember the secrecy? On your own. Don't rely on the opinion of others. Ask Spirit for clarification and then allow for them to bring it to you. Now the Oriole came forward and the Osprey came forward. Let's ask for a song. I'm on a mighty long stretch of ground here with a precious cargo. I've been on the road for a while now. So somebody's on the move and they have precious cargo. I'm telling you, there's somebody with a child involved. Precious cargo on a mighty long road. Precious cargo. Been on the road for a while now. Okay. Next message. Wow, you guys. Such repetition. Now we got this in the upright, which is nice because we got it in the reverse and then we got it in the upright. Remember? For our weekly reading. We got it in the reverse. And we were shown what we could do to bring it in the upright, and now we get it in the upright. It's been through the battle, though. Looks like it's been through the fire. So the Ark of the Covenant, to reiterate, this is the most holy, and these are the priests. And the Ark of the Covenant holds the sacred scrolls, the law, the precious gold within it. You see the two cherubs with their wings protecting it. And here they are on a summer's night in front of the Ark of the Covenant, in front of their tent, having a conversation. So the high priests would they're security guards too. Police, law, comes together to me. Negotiations, anything to do with the law. Protectors. So, you know, like a bodyguard, a lawyer, the police. It's serious negotiations because this is a very serious, but it's good. There's a fire going. Everything's calm outside with the other tents outside. There's fires in front of them. It's kind of, look at the weather. The weather is like what we've got right now. It's that kind of contemplative, right? So these two are having a discussion in front of the Ark of what they have inside there is very serious. It's very precious. It's sacred. So there's a contract. A legal contract was what comes to me. I just keep getting lawyers. So, and I kept getting that somebody was going to be offered something, remember? So, there was a warning about somebody being offered something. That's what I got. God, I love how Spirit works with me. This is just nuts. So right now, it's legal. There's some kind of a contract or a title transfer. There's something professional somebody's working with. And negotiations are underway. So we just got the message. If something doesn't feel right, and right now we've already been given a warning, we need to research it. Don't take anything at face value. Don't take this person's word for it, especially if you have a history with them and it hasn't been the best. Oh, they said they're sorry and they're trying to make up for it. Well, Spirit already told you that that's not what's going on. So what they want us to do is make sure that there is no agenda, because Spirit has already told us that somebody's being offered something and there is an agenda. They don't want you to allow yourself to be pulled into another person's drama. Remember? Somebody may be seeking your help. They want something from you. It looks like they want to collaborate with you, work with you. And it's going to be great. It's going to be this, but it's not for you. It's for their benefit. They want what you have, and you're going to be embroiled in something that's not in your highest good. So right now, you need to pay attention. You need to listen and use all of your resources. Call on your spiritual team. Call on your own other inner authority, as well as maybe outside authority. Make sure that whatever it is that you're about to get into, a binding contract that you're about to get into, is not going to pull you off of your soul's path. It's going to work towards your highest purpose. Also, your first contract is with yourself, because the Ark of the Covenant is a symbolic of spirituality. So make sure that your work doesn't take you away from your soul's path, that you aren't so hell-bent on getting ahead and creating something successful of an earthly kind that you are ignoring your spiritual soul contract. Because remember, Spirit says what you have is enough right now. You keep striving for more and more, but is it a way for you to avoid? Remember the message that we got? Something could be, there's something that you want and it's not happening and it could easily be resolved, but you're not doing it because of fear. Are you allowing yourself to, well, I got to deal, I've got this job, I got my mind on this, I got my mind on this. You're purposely drowning your heart or your other issues with work. You're filling a void. Instead of addressing that void, instead of addressing that loss, instead of addressing that disconnection, you're going to fill it with work. I'm going to become a workaholic and drown out everything else. I'm not going to face it. That's an addiction. That's codependency. Codependency on work, because you need to use that to stop you from seeing or feeling what needs to be faced. Something is coming up that needs to be dealt with and you're not dealing with it. You're avoiding it by working, by keeping your mind focused on that only, to the exclusion of everything else. For this to come up again and again and again, it's not a mistake. I mean, come on, you guys, watch me as I sit here and shuffle. One more card. What was I going to say? I'm just like, wow, whatever comes to me, whatever offer comes to me, man, my back is up. I mean, my radar is up. And we ask Spirit, when we get this many messages, this many warnings to be cautious, we need to listen. We say, well, Spirit doesn't give me any signs. Well, there's a million signs. But you may want something so bad that you avoid them, that you ignore them. See if there's a song. I'm forgiving it all. You set me free. Say hello to your new lover. I'm giving it up. I'm giving it all. You set me free. We aren't kids anymore. We need to let go of our ghosts. We're not kids anymore. So you need to let go of the past, the ghosts of the past that you're allowing to pull you down or pull you back. And the fact that it's Mercury retrograde, a ghost from your past may reappear. It may reappear in thought form. It may reappear in sadness. It may reappear in the physical. That person coming forward to offer you something could be a ghost from your past. And it was a difficult past. Don't forget that. Because Spirit is saying at this point, the leopard has not changed his spots. He's hiding them. Okay, please, clarity for this. Hate to have everything. We don't have everything negative. We have to face reality, though, don't we? And we have to work with what we're given. Thank you, God. All right, well, I was happy that it was upright. And the fact that the number is 7, because the number 7 is you're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. So, the number 7, we are hearing and seeing this correctly. The messages that have been coming across, I've been correct in my intuition. We're looking at this man building. Intricacies in industry. Well, again, here we're talking about projects, aren't we? We're talking about somebody coming forward and offering and somebody wanting to collaborate with someone else and you wanting to build something. You're working so hard. Look at this person. He's alone. Nobody's there because he's filling his entire life with his work. He's isolated. It's not good for you to be isolated all the time. It's good for us to go out in nature, but he's working alone. He's got all those scrolls, all those plans, all those ideas in front of him. And right now, it's not, he hasn't built much, but you can tell that this is just an entryway and it looks like that. What he's building is going to be incredible. So this is a message to me. Spirit says what you have right now is enough. You may have this, but it doesn't mean it's going to stay like this. This is just the beginning. You have right now enough to move forward with what you've got, is what they're saying. You're going to continue, and it's going to become bigger and better. This one's going to go stories high. Look, that's just the gate. This one is very, very intent on his building. Check it out. Look what he's got in his hand. It looks like a pendulum, but it's called a plum. And that's so that it's like it's like a level. to make sure that everything is balanced and level. So at this moment, with what's going on with you, you need to make sure everything is balanced and on the level is what comes to me. Right? Whether this be in personal relationship or this could be a personal relationship that you're building with someone. And you need to make sure that it's balanced and they're on the level. That they're not coming in with some fly-by-night, hit it and quit it and I'm out of your life and leaving you in a pile of chaos. They've been there before. They've done it before. Are they going to do it again? You need to pay attention to the details. He's paying attention to the details before he moves forward. And that's what Spirit's advising you to do. He's got a long-term goal in mind, right? This is growing into something big. He's got a long-term goal in mind. And so it's good to have vision and he's building for the future. It's just the same thing as like for me. If I were to allow anybody to come into my life, they better meet me on every level and it better be coming from a place of truth and honesty and they better be connected to their higher self because I want the full deal. I want the real deal. I want marriage. I don't want somebody to come in, hit it and quit it and be gone. I'm not messing around. I'm not 16. I know what I want. I'm not here to be your booty call. I'm not here for you to hit it and quit it. So if that's your plan, don't even bother coming. So with you and with the building of a project, you want something good. You want something substantial. You want something that's going to last. You want the long term. That's what's important. So you have enough right now to keep moving forward. Small steps, but you keep moving forward. Nothing was built in a day. You don't have to have everything right now. So maybe that's why you haven't come forward. Remember the person that was supposed to come forward, but they haven't? They've been held back because they didn't think they had enough? You're not always going to be like this. You're going to have more. You don't have to have it all before you move forward. Spirit is saying you have it all now. What you need is enough. You have what you need right now to move forward, and then you can build on it. Just make sure that who you're building with is worthy and they're on the level. And then you can achieve great things. Everything is connected today. I mean, there's offers coming in, and holy moly, we're at an hour at this reading. Let's do one little piece of happiness, shall we? There's just a lot. It's not that it's negative. It's just that we have to be careful. We've probably been let down before. We don't reach this age of life and not have been let down, right? We don't want to close our hearts off. My heart is open to the right thing, right? And opportunities. My heart is open. My Spirit says, accept the opportunities as they come. So we're not being told to turn away the opportunities. We're being told to investigate the opportunities and make sure they're on the level because there is more than one opportunity coming. And somebody's coming from a place of, and they're not standing in their integrity. They're coming from a place with a hidden agenda. There are too many secrets that you don't know the answers to, and you need to find them out. And if they're not willing to let you know, then you don't move forward. All right. Last message from the Spirit Oracle. The aura of love. Well, this is the merging of two souls. This is the animus and the anima coming together. There's a lot of passion here and a lot of love and a spiritual connection. They're almost blending into one. Look at the force field going around them. This is a protected union. This is a protected partnership. They are vibrating on the same frequency. The aura around them is the color of the solar plexus saying, I am worthy, I am capable, I am. I am the other half of your soul. So this could be you pulling together with your highest self, integrating and connecting very, very closely with your spiritual self. This could also be a soulmate or twin soul relationship. It's definitely perfectly balanced. Remember that the bob, that's what they used to call it, the bob, the plumb bob the guy was holding to make sure everything was balanced, to make sure everybody was on the up and up, to make sure everything was level. They were on the level. They are equal. These ones are equal partners. They each bring to the table as much as the other. They have something to offer the other. This one has this one has that. Whatever they have, it was probably different qualities, abilities, but they both bring something to the table and it's balanced. They're in union. So this could represent, this is the aura of love. So for all intents and purposes, this is what it speaks of. It can also represent a partnership, because a loving partnership can be between family members, friends, But in all reality, it's truthfully more about a loving connection. So it would be you with your spiritual self, or you with a twin soul or a soulmate. And they're telling you right now, after all that we were just shown, all that we have to be wary of, someone coming back from the past, someone coming with an offer, and that there was somebody that we needed to be wary of and that they have an agenda, we do not trust them. There is one that we do trust. So this is a different one. That's a beautiful clarification for me. I like that. So you're going to be getting multiple offers, remember? And Spirit says one of them they want you to take. And we need to remember that maybe that's the one that you have enough as it is right now to move forward. And it's blessed. And the fact that it's a divine blessed union and you have the force of Spirit wrapping all around you, it is protected. This is divinely guided. That should give you the strength. Woo! That should give you the confidence to move forward, even if you do have trepidation or fear, because Spirit is blessing you. Archangel Michael's got a shield of protection around you. And things are healing. There's healing going on here. Look at the green. It's swirling around. It's loving, healing energy. And they are literally melding into one. Two become one. Yes, chicken. She wants attention. I'm going to go give it to her. All right, you guys. I love you.